Let me take you back. Thursday night for us, Friday for the rest of the world. FP1. Alex Albon puts it in the wall. Same place he put it in the wall last year.
Yep.
Car damaged beyond repair. They got to send it back to headquarters to get ready for the next race. Williams only has one chassis. So you're like, well, Logan Sargeant flying the flag for Williams this weekend. Not true. They give that chassis to Alex Albon. Happy birthday, Alex Albon. You're racing Logan's car.
Happy birthday to Alexander Albon and his present Logan Sargeant's car.
But he didn't score any points. There's three DNFs in front of him, and he still couldn't get it into the points. He qualified P12, so that would have put him P9. But outside the points, was it worth hurting Logan's confidence for Alex Albon to not even score any points?
I don't know. Looking back on it, I gotta say that it was the wrong call. I mean, I know Logan hasn't produced, but you know, give him a shot at least. You know, that was kind of my initial reaction. I like Logan. I think he's a decent driver. Obviously, he hasn't produced very good results thus far in his career. But I was excited at first to hear that maybe he'd have a chance. Not being compared to Alex this weekend, but then, yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's tough because you watch the interview of Logan talking about it, and he very clearly states that it's the hardest moment of his career, which is obviously it would have been a really tough pill to swallow. Basically, your team saying, "Hey, if we got to choose between the two of you, we don't think you're good enough." So it's tough, and I don't know at this point if you're looking back on it as someone in Williams saying, "Yeah, man, that was definitely the right call." There's at least it's at least up for debate.
Yeah, I feel like if Alex Albon did score points, maybe we would be saying that Williams made the right call. And so obviously you can't let the outcome of this like determine how you see the decision because the decision was made either way, regardless if he scores points or he doesn't. But
Yeah,
the fact that he didn't score points, I think hurts a little bit the way that we view Alex Albon because the past couple years we've seen him as this incredible driver who is getting the most out of that Williams, who, is there to pick up the P9s and P10s and score those points. And then you have Yuki Tsunoda and the two Haas's finish in front of him to pick up the available points from those DNFs. It, it should have been him in my mind. Like that
yeah,
should be the situation where Alex Albon is there to thrive and pick up points and help Williams move up in the constructor standings. He was kind of fighting Nico Hulkenberg for a little bit for the edge of the points and then, fell off a little bit, maybe didn't have the best tire strategy. So I don't know if it just wasn't the best execution from Williams as a whole, but just looking back at this decision, I don't think they maximized the weekend, and I don't know if it was worth sacrificing Logan's confidence for maybe the next 3 or 4 races, and maybe even longer. I wouldn't know how much that would affect a Formula One driver, but it has to be a lot for your team to say
yeah.
we re-signed you, but we don't think you're going to get points this weekend, uh, and just for them to not score any points this weekend because of that decision. I don't know if the future harm that it might do was worth it.
Yeah, and you kind of got to think about like how much good would a vote of confidence behind Logan have done him for the next 3 or 4 races. Like Williams said, man, Alex crashed out. So we're going all in on you this weekend, Logan. You got to deliver. And what if Logan did? What if Logan picked up a P10? I mean, you know, that would have done worlds for his confidence, probably. But, you know, I don't know. It's a calculated risk that you have to take at that point if you're Williams. So it's impossible for us to say, that was the right or the wrong decision. But yeah, definitely hurts our view of Alex a little bit. And, um, you know, we'll see kind of what it does to affect the team going forward. But hopefully this doesn't have a too big effect on Logan because I do think that he is due for some points soon. And uh, yeah, I was thinking he might have gotten them this weekend, but
If you look back at the last 2 races, I think there's been clear improvement from Logan Sargent this season. He's been racing a lot with Daniel Ricciardo. That's around where he was in Bahrain before he had his car issues with the steering wheel, and then finished ahead of Daniel Ricciardo last time out in Jeddah. where would that have put him this weekend? In P11, right where Alex Albon finished. So
Yeah.
looking back on it, truly might not have been worth it.